All right. Tangent number 3 is all about accountability. And this is true accountability. I had like some really great stories in the video for Brendan's little contest, but I had to cut a lot of it out because it was so long. I was like 20 minutes over at midnight Eastern time, so it was rough. Anyway, accountability, and I'm talking about true accountability, not like Weight Watchers, hey Becky, did you go over on your points? I'm talking about the things that really actually matter and making sure that we're all helping each other go forward. So I have to tell you this quick story. About 2 years ago, I was right after I had watched Brendan's video that I had cried about, and if you didn't watch that, there's a link to it somewhere. I'll put it in the description. There's a link to how Brendan made me cry below. But it was shortly after that I had moved out. I was in my own apartment for the first time, and it was July, maybe August. It was really hot. I lived in Texas. I'm talking hot. And I'm not even kidding. It was 95 degrees inside my apartment constantly. And I was working part-time doing softball lessons outside, so I'd get really, really heated, and I'd come back and I just could not get cool. And I was so irritable, and I was sitting there on my computer in my sports bra, literally crying, like, it is so hot, I can't do this. I don't know why I didn't just go to a Starbucks. I was not thinking. But the point is, in my mind, I was working 17, 18 hours every day, 20 hours some days, just depending. I was busting my butt, right? I was working so hard. And when I looked back after I ended up moving out of that apartment, I was like, what did I do? Like, I know I was working, but what was I doing? What did I actually accomplish while I was there? And as I thought back, I was like, you know what? I was doing a lot of thinking about business. I was dreaming all kinds of stuff. I was researching stuff on the computer, but what was I actually doing? And whatever, the excuse is it was hot. No, I just was not holding myself truly accountable. I thought I was working and I wasn't. And so after that, I learned how to do these end-of-day reports. Good mentor and friend and business coach of mine, Mike Crow, I brought him this issue I was having where whenever I was out of town, I was managing, I think, 4 people at the time, and I didn't know what they were doing. Like, I was trying to get them to tell me, and he said, well, just have them do an end-of-day report. I'm like, okay, so I had said, from this point on, you're going to send me, what did you do today, what did you learn today, and most importantly, what are you going to do tomorrow? And for me, it was really important for them to tell me what they were going to do tomorrow, because what was happening is I was sitting there and I was writing out what's everybody supposed to do tomorrow. And that's a lot. I was spending tons of time trying to explain to everybody else what's on your agenda for tomorrow. So once I could train my staff on how they should figure out what their agenda is for tomorrow, oh man, it took so much weight off of me. And then I could just tweak it, and they became so much more valuable and plus it was better for them because they have to think, all right, these are the steps that I'm doing, and this is where I'm going. So the very first end of day report that I got back, I'm not even kidding, like the what I learned section was talking about one of the staff members' flatulence and how he should stay away from a certain type of food. It was really ridiculous. And I was still in this meeting with my business coach out of town. I was like, what am I supposed to do about this? This isn't what it's supposed to be about. And he said, just let them do what they're going to do. You just keep asking for the end of day reports. Make suggestions, congratulate them when they do things that are good, but if they're going to be like that, just let them go. And he was so right, because the employee, he was not a kid, he was definitely older than I was, he, later on, I was like, I don't think he's doing anything, and so I went back and looked at all of his end-of-day reports, and they were all the same, and he ended up deciding to leave the company, but it worked out, because we had it all proof right there on paper that he wasn't doing anything. So, end-of-day reports are really important. I'm starting to get numb, my legs, from sitting here. Let's see. Oh, I know. One other thing. There's another approach to end-of-day reports, and this one is taught to me by Arnie Goldberg. He got it from someplace. He's a popular real estate dude in the Indianapolis area. He works with a lot of real estate agents. Actually, helped sell voicemail to real estate agents quite a bit of time ago. Alright, I'm a little bit more comfortable now. Sorry for the wiggly computer. All right. But he does an end of day report that's called high value activities. And basically it's all related to sales. And so each day he comes up with only three, no more, no less, of things that will ultimately add to your numbers or to your bottom line at the end of the day. And if you do not finish a high value activity, it can go on your list for tomorrow, but not as one of your new high value activities. So think about it. If every single day you had 3 high value activities and you got them all done, that's 15 a week. That's 52 times 3, 156. Is that right? 156? Did I do that? Yeah. All right. So 156 high value activities a year. I could totally be off on the math, but you get the idea. And I might have Arnie come on to a video blog that I'm going to start launching pretty soon, and he'll talk about those. All right, let's move on.